Dear soul, welcome home. You've noticed a shift in your specific person's energy over the last few days, haven't you? It's not that they are angry or hostile. They've just become guarded. They are physically present, but their soul feels a million miles away. And I know you caught that sudden change in the air. You can feel this unexplainable gap between you, a quiet retreat that makes absolutely no sense when you look at the big picture. Because if you analyze the depth of what you two built, this cold shoulder simply doesn't fit the narrative. It contradicts everything you experienced. It doesn't align with the way they used to dedicate themselves to you. But here is the truth. This wall they built isn't because their love for you has expired. It's actually triggered by a much deeper internal battle. It's an unspoken truth they are suppressing, something heavy weighing on their conscience that is intimately tied to how things ended between you. They recently had a massive wake-up call. It finally dawned on them how deeply they wounded you. They might have been too immature to realize it back then, but the reality has finally hit home. The gravity of their choices and the pain you carried has finally broken through their ego. And the second they truly understood the damage they caused, something inside them changed forever. This is no longer just about the connection itself. It's about their deep regret over how they managed it. That is the root cause of this silence. It's not a lack of interest, it's pure, painful accountability. They know they crossed a line, they know they failed to value you, and they know they left a deep mark on your soul. And sitting with that kind of remorse in the dark is exhausting. It's heavy because they aren't just missing your presence right now. They are haunted by their own behavior. They are constantly dissecting past arguments, overthinking old conversations, and viewing their past mistakes with total clarity. This creates a psychological reaction that most people easily misinterpret as moving on. They aren't freezing you out because they don't care. They are doing it because they care too intensely. They feel a suffocating mix of responsibility and guilt, constantly telling themselves, I should have handled things better. And when someone is trapped in that state of mind, they don't have the courage to run back to you immediately. They withdraw into their shell because they genuinely feel they lost the right to speak to you. They don't know how to break the ice. They fear your rejection, and they are terrified that they have already broken things beyond repair. So, rather than reaching out and risking making things even worse, they choose to freeze the dynamic and maintain this distance. It's not that they enjoy being apart from you, they just haven't figured out how to fix what they broke, and that is their exact mental state right now. They are completely paralyzed in the gap between wanting to fix things and having no idea how to start. If they truly wanted this separation, this silence would feel peaceful and final, wouldn't it? It would feel like a closed chapter, like they've completely moved on with their life. But you know, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like an unfinished book. You can still feel the energetic chords vibrating between you. There is an invisible undercurrent continuously dragging their thoughts back to your doorstep. And you feel it because it's a fact. Their connection to you didn't just vanish into thin air. They didn't just stop loving you from one day to the next. If anything, this forced time apart made them realize the terrifying magnitude of what they feel for you, and that is exactly what paralyzes them. It's no longer just about their emotions, it's about the shame of facing you with those emotions after knowing the pain they inflicted on you. This creates a massive wall of hesitation. It's pure hesitation, not indifference. They have opened your chat to type a message more times than you can count. They've rehearsed the words, planned the apologies, and dreamed of the reconciliation, but then their own guilt holds them back. What if I cause more pain? What if they hate me now? What if I've run out of time? Those toxic thoughts slow down their momentum, paralyzing their actions and creating this illusion of distance you are dealing with. But beneath that defensive armor, the flame is completely untouched. The bond remains alive, intense, unresolved, and it refuses to fade away. Because a soul connection of this level cannot be deleted just because someone took a step back. Actually, without the daily chatter, the true nature of their feelings has become undeniably loud. Everything has become realer. Without any external noise or ego games to distract them, they are finally trapped alone with the raw truth of their heart. And the truth is, they hate this space just as much as you do. They don't want this cold separation to be your ending. But they are also terrified of returning empty-handed. They refuse to repeat the same toxic patterns. They cannot bear the thought of hurting you again. That is why their timeline is so slow. That is why it feels like things are completely stuck in place. Even if your physical eyes see zero progress and it looks like they don't care, I am here to tell you that an absolute spiritual revolution is taking place inside their subconscious mind. They are processing. They are dismantling their past mistakes. They are mapping out how to return with true maturity, how to be the partner you always deserved, and how to ensure they never fail you again. And this internal rebuild is non-negotiable, because when someone undergoes this depth of reflection during a period of separation, they never return as the same person. They will come back with open eyes, pure intentions, and completely humbled by their love for you. And that is the only way to build a real future, something entirely new, rooted in a concrete foundation instead of illusion. So, this painful silence you are enduring right now is not meaningless. It's not an accidental punishment. It is a vital phase of transformation. It's shifting how they perceive you, how they view themselves, and the standard they will hold when they finally step forward. Do not look at this silence as a door closing. This is a sacred timeout, a space where their entire energetic structure is being upgraded before the next step. And I promise you, that step is coming. Because feelings with this amount of pressure cannot stay locked up forever. The energy builds up behind the scenes until it reaches a tipping point where breaking the silence becomes much easier than enduring the torture of your absence. That is exactly the direction this is moving in. And you can already feel it deep within your intuition. You know the spark is still alive. You have that inner knowing that your story is far from over, that profound sensation that something massive is being prepared in the unseen. That is not a fantasy. It is your alignment speaking. It is real. A twin flame bond cannot be extinguished. It mutates, it adapts, and it survives the harshest separations. You are simply navigating the winter of this connection right now. It's just a phase of internal incubation, a quiet period where the truth has to mature in the dark before it can manifest into a physical reality you can actually see and touch. So, stop assuming their silence means they've forgotten you. Stop believing the lie that they don't care. Because the energetic truth is the exact opposite. This distance proves they care more than they ever thought possible, enough to stop their ego, enough to look in the mirror, enough to want to do it right this time around. And that is a beautiful process to understand, not something to resent. So, remind yourself, you don't need to chase, beg, or force anything. The universe is already rearranging the pieces behind closed doors. And when their healing reaches that perfect breakthrough, when they have processed the guilt, when their courage finally outweighs the fear of your judgment, they will take that step forward. They will. Not with hesitation, not with breadcrumbs or half-hearted promises, but with total clarity because they used this painful distance to realize what life without you actually means. And when they show up from that healed space, everything will be different. It will be real. It will be deliberate. It will be the physical manifestation of what your souls have known all along. And that is exactly what this silence is preparing you both for. If this message touched your heart, I would love for you to leave a comment below so I can send you some love. Your stories mean the world to me. Thank you so much for anchoring your energy with me today in our beautiful sanctuary. I love you. Take care. Until next time.